All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Zamar Garris. I am a junior industrial engineering student from Fayetteville, North Carolina. So, for my discussion informative topic, I'm going to do Chapter 7 Nonverbal Communication. So, this is just a little quick thing about myself. I'm really big on definitions. Definitions allow you to know exactly what you're talking about and not be confused at all. Straight to the point. So, for nonverbal communication, if you have no idea what it is, I'm just going to go ahead and read this for you, okay? So, communication without the use of spoken language. Nonverbal communication includes gestures, facial expressions, and body positions, known collectively as body language, as well as unspoken understandings and presuppositions, and cultural and environmental conditions that may affect any encounter between people. So that's just the definition of nonverbal communication, again, for those who don't know anything about it. So there's 7 types or 7 aspects of nonverbal communication. So the first one is facial expressions. Facial expressions is a really, really big part of nonverbal communication that we don't realize that we do every single day. Facial expressions could be someone said something that you didn't agree with and you didn't say anything, but your face told it all. So your face gave away exactly what you were thinking, even though you were able to hold your thoughts and hold your voice. So body movement. Body movement can be another big thing. Body movement, just walking around. Maybe like if I'm not really confident about what I'm saying, body movement, you could be really jittery, really slouched, like it. And also another thing, if I don't agree with what you're saying, my body movement gonna show it every time. So if you say something, and then I kind of have to fix myself and reevaluate what you're saying, my body movement gave exactly what I was thinking away. So posture. Posture can be another thing. Posture basically shows how comfortable you are with the topic. So if my posture is straight up, I'm really adamant about what I'm saying. I'm straight up displaying my information correctly and clearly, then you know that I'm comfortable. But if I'm really slouched back, I may be comfortable, but it also shows that I may not care about what I'm saying at all. So eye contact. Eye contact is another thing. If I'm really, really nervous about what I'm saying, like I don't want to be here, I just don't want to be here. My eye contact is going to give it away. If a person is scared to look you in the eye, it kind of symbolizes their comfortableness with themselves, and you can also sometimes tell if they're lying or not. So paralanguage. Like I said, I'm really big on definitions. So these next 3, I just feel like everybody doesn't know exactly what they mean. So I'm going to just go ahead and say definitions. So paralanguage. The aspects of the voice that differ from the words affects the message. Okay, so a good example of this is sarcasm. So sarcasm, everybody, I'm pretty sure they know what I mean. But just for example, if you see a shirt on your friend, that's the worst shirt you ever seen in your life. And you tell them like, hey bro, that's a nice shirt. But it's not a nice shirt. Like it's not a nice shirt. That's a form of sarcasm because what you mean to say is not what you said. So the next one is proxemics. People are very protective of their personal space, particularly the area that membrane calls the intimate space, 6 to 18 inches. This zone is generally reserved for family, close friends, or romantic partners. So this is basically just saying nonverbal communication can be the same situation and mean 2 different things. If you're with your spouse or significant other and they're really close to you talking, you can really be into it. Like you can really be into it and into what they're saying and enjoy that interaction. But if it's a stranger in the same exact personal space that your spouse was, you're not going to want to do it because you don't know them and you don't know why they're there because they don't have the right and they don't know you. So that's just what it is. Those 2 same situations can mean 2 totally different things. You could perceive one as, wow, I really like this, and one is, that's kind of creepy. I need to get away from this. So, physiological changes. With nonverbal communication closely related to emotion, the physiological reactions are often most associated with anxiety and discomfort. Sorry about messing up, guys. So, this is basically saying, kind of what I said goes back to about eye contact. You can kind of tell how comfortable someone is with what they're saying without them saying, oh, I'm not comfortable, or oh, I'm really comfortable. If I'm looking around really jittery, really not really paying attention to the audience or who I'm talking to, it doesn't matter if my words are perfect. I gotta have my research, my words down packed. I know exactly what to say and I said it exactly right. But if my body doesn't match what I said, then the message is going to be misconstrued. So now I got 2 things on each side that shows you kind of a little bit examples of nonverbal communication. So there's 2 pros and 2 cons. So the pros, Maybe some, maybe might not agree with it. It makes you think. So if someone's not talking to you, you don't know why. It makes you think like, what did I do to make them feel that way towards me, and then how do I fix this? Okay, that's one. So then it could be safer emotionally. So this just means, say you have an argument with anybody. It could be your friend, spouse, parent, anybody. Walking away sometimes may be the best thing to do because it saves you from saying something you don't really mean and you're gonna regret later. So cons. Nonverbal communication can also be confusing though, because like I said for the first one, if it makes you think, you may also think the wrong thing. And this may allow you to try to fix the thing that you thought was right, but that's not what was wrong the whole time. So the situation doesn't get resolved. And then another one is it can be unsafe emotionally. So this goes back to the first one. The same way it can be safe, it can be unsafe. So maybe walking away isn't always the best thing to do. Like maybe some people aren't at that stage where they could just walk around and come back together and converse. Some people just take that as disrespect, and you should reevaluate that and just it all depends on who you're talking to and who you're interacting with. So that's my informative speech on Chapter 7, Nonverbal Communication. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, y'all have a great night.